Welcome to Unfiltered Summit Sisters. I'm Gina.
And I'm Julia.
We are two ride-or-die best friends who are paving the path for what true, authentic relationships look like.
We're facing hardships head-on, having real, uncensored conversations, supporting each other's growth, and shining a light on true, raw healing.
We are navigating the world the best we know how,
Having a hell of a time doing it.
laughing every step of the way,
Through the rain
and sunshine.
This is Canyon Culture.
Welcome back to Unfiltered Summit Sisters. I'm actually kind of really excited about this. When I was in Texas 2 years ago, I stayed with you and we went to Target and we were looking at books, and I found this book. It says 3,000 Questions About Me. And you, me, and your older girls would take it wherever we went and just ask each other the weirdest questions.
Yes.
And I remember we stumbled upon all of our kids in my basement one night reading these questions, and we overheard them. We were like, oh,
Some of the questions I was like, that's
we
not
should
kid one.
Sharpie those out. Anyway, so I thought we'd just go ask a bunch of questions. Like, we play the game right now.
Yes.
'Cause they're
that's
fun.
so fun. We did this driving from Texas to Utah.
We did this all the time.
Yeah.
We're bringing up the canyon. Oh, that's bright. You ready?
Yes.
What do you think gets better with age? Other than us, obviously.
Ooh, what gets better? Wine? Is that the wrong answer?
That is the wrong answer.
What gets better with age? I was going to say maturity, but that's not true for everyone.
Okay. For us, though, I love that we're immature. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, we are mature. We are paying our bills.
Oh, pick me.
Julia.
Me being my authentic self.
Okay.
Just continues to get better with time.
That's true. Yeah, you are aging like a fine wine.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. But you're not 42, so it's fine. That's a joke because some guy said I looked 42.
Ooh.
I don't look 42.
No, you do not.
And I apparently am really upset about it because I bring it up a lot.
Why would you say that to someone?
I don't know.
It's so rude.
Who obviously is 25. What I was saying about our maturity is I like that we're responsible adults.
We're fun, mature.
But we're fun. We have sense of humors like 14-year-old boys.
Yes.
And we find everything silly.
Is that
and
weird
goofy.
to say now that you have an...
I keep changing the number because I'm like, Russell,
He keeps getting older.
like, he can't know these jokes. But then he says things, I'm like, he knows these jokes.
Shit.
Okay. Which is cooler, dinosaurs or dragons?
Oh, I'm going to go with dragons.
Because they can fly and breathe fire, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously. Okay. As a parent, how strict are you?
Oh man, my parenting has evolved through the years, and I feel like I'm really... Okay, so maybe it's a little bit of both.
Depends on the topic.
It depends. I'm
Okay.
a pretty free-range parent when it comes to activities and outside and things like that. When it comes to technology, I'm pretty strict. My girls have iPhones.
Yeah.
And that shit locks down at 9:45 every single night. They can't even use the calculator at 9:45 at night.
You can use the flashlight and that's it. Even that, you're like, nope.
So a little bit of both for me.
I think that's an appropriate thing for a parent. I think that giving them freedom to explore themselves within bounds that they can handle is appropriate.
Yes.
But keeping things real locked down is important.
Yes.
As well. Also, I love that even though your girls have phones, they go and live life.
Yes,
they're
and
off
that was
doing
a big,
things.
putting time restrictions on things. I don't want them addicted to their phones. We didn't struggle with that growing up because we didn't have iPhones. But kids today...
We barely had the internet.
Right.
That's how old
Right.
we are. I just keep thinking about when I wanted to take it. As a teenager, if I needed to take a shower, I had all day. I had no responsibilities.
Right.
So I would go and burn a new CD to listen in the shower.
From LimeWire?
Exactly. I would take 2 hours to cultivate a CD
Yes.
to then take a 5-minute shower.
Yes.
Granted, I danced afterwards. It's fine. Okay. Could you ever grow your own food? How's your farm coming?
So far, it's just weeds.
So you're growing a lot of weeds. That's great.
We're growing weeds, so something's growing.
Okay. Good job.
It's a work in progress. We've never grown food before, okay?
Okay. So but you want to.
Yes, it's a goal. It's
Okay.
an aspiration.
We'll ask this again next year.
Okay.
What is your all-time favorite selfie?
Ooh. My all-time favorite selfie is, I took one the other day for date night, and I just washed my hair with my natural curls, which look gorgeous. I had a little bit of mascara, a little bit of blush, and some lipstick on, and I felt gorgeous. I felt
Yay.
so pretty.
Frame it in body full life size. Put it on the wall.
Okay.
Mine
Will
is
do.
actually like what we use, like our logo one of you and me up.
Oh my gosh, I love that
That's
one
it. What do
too.
they call that? A Wheezies or something?
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know. It's like a selfie, but there's two people.
What?
I
I
don't
don't know this term.
Somebody
wow,
called it.
you're cooler than me.
I think I made it up. I don't think it's called a Wheezy
Oh,
because that
okay.
sounds stupid. But there is a term.
Is it like a tweezy? Like
I don't
two?
remember.
I don't know.
But it's the picture of us, and we're being sassy with our little booties out, and
Yes.
we're sitting there, and you've got your coffee, and we're just making silly faces. That one makes me laugh.
I love that one.
There's another one at the same day of me like I'm in mid dance.
Hmm.
I like that one too. Okay. Ooh, I like this question.
Okay.
What is the heaviest thing you can lift?
Like deadlift?
It just
Weight?
I don't think that's what it's talking about, but because we weightlift, I think this makes it interesting.
I mean, I've never picked up a dead body before, but I feel like I could move significant weight.
Well, what is your max deadlift?
My max deadlift is 225, which is fabulous because I weigh like 120.
Yeah, I think you could absolutely pick up a dead body. Done.
But I'm saying I feel like if I had to pick up a dead body that was more than 225, I definitely could.
It really depends on how soon the cops are going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Who it is.
Okay. Do you want your wedding ceremony big and elaborate or small and intimate?
Small and intimate in the mountains. You're gonna have to go off-roading just to get to where I'm getting married.
Okay.
And you're gonna need to bring your own lawn chair because I'm not doing shit. I'm showing up in a wedding dress with my person, my partner, and we're getting married in the mountains, and we're gonna spend a shit ton of money on a drone to get drone footage of us.
All of our budget is on the drone.
And if you decide to come, that's fabulous for you.
Don't care.
Was that specific enough?
I love it so much. Oh, this is a good one. We'll just transition to something easy.
Okay.
Have you ever helped someone through a trauma?
Let me recall. Yesterday and the day before and
Every day. I'm a mom.
right.
Okay. Let's see. We just bounced around. There's no.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
What do you love most about the night sky?
The stars.
Shooting stars.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen so many shooting stars as being here. I mean, obviously we're in the mountains and elevation and holy shooting stars.
But then when there's like a meteor shower or something like that and you come up
Oh.
here, it's like I once saw one where you were seeing one probably every 20 to 30 seconds. Maybe even more than that. It was just like bam, 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 bam. I'm like, this is amazing.
It is. It's incredible.
And they're so clear. Okay. Some of these questions are a little
Risque?
no, just
Oh.
like stupid.
That's not as fun.
Do you believe in angels?
Absolutely.
What are your angels doing? Are they your angels or just a angel?
I think there are lots of angels that have lots of different jobs.
Oh, okay. Give me one.
I do
job.
think that we have personal angels,
Okay.
and their job is to protect us.
Like physically from falling off a cliff?
Mhm.
Okay.
But I think there are angels for different jobs. I've actually seen an angel before,
Have you?
which I know is really weird to say. And look at that bird.
Oh, hi.
He is beautiful. Wait till he turns his head. He's got red on him.
Hi.
Dang it, don't go behind the tree.
Are we
Okay,
supposed
I'm
to have
sorry.
binoculars when we go bird watching? We don't need to because the animals come to us. We are enchanted.
No, I actually saw an angel before, which
Other
I know
than
is
me.
really weird to say. Other than you.
Okay.
Which I know is really weird to say, and some people may not believe, and I don't care. But I was a kid, and it was in the very first house that we lived in, and we were, for some reason, having a sleepover in the front room, and I saw the shadow of an angel walk by during the middle of the night.
Wow.
Wasn't scared, wasn't just peace.
I
Felt
love
peace,
that.
felt safe.
I love that. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm really trying to find a good question to follow up with that.
Ooh.
Like this. Would you rather own a private jet or a luxury yacht?
Private jet.
Because you can go more places.
You can go more places faster.
That's true.
Yacht's going to take a long time to get to Italy.
Yeah. Do you think ignorance is bliss?
Sometimes.
I agree.
Sometimes.
I really, really agree. There's a lot of
Sometimes when you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, exactly. What is the first impression you want to give people?
I want people to remember that I was always smiling and had joy.
And that you're funny.
Yeah.
At ice cream on Sunday, I literally was on, like, I'm holding a baby. and I had to gracefully fall to the ground with laughter.
It was funny.
It was amazing. Like, I wish I had written down all the jokes that you had.
Right.
They were just boom, boom, boom. Like, to the point where your boyfriend's like, could you stop laughing at her jokes? You're going to give her a big head. And I was like, she deserves it. It's funny. Stop. This is,
Don't squash my creativity.
give her her spotlight. Oh, man. Do you think horoscopes are accurate?
I don't know what I believe on that.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not sure.
one's, yeah. There's a lot of an idea of like God created the stars and the planets and they all do affect us. Like,
Right.
they all have, but at the same time, I think that I don't need to plan my life around that, but I
Mhm.
see similarities in,
I've definitely seen similarities. I don't know what I believe about that. Does the Bible address it at all?
I don't know. It talks about the heavens and the stars and the planets. And I think there's enough. I don't think I'd ever take it to a crazy place.
Right.
But like, it's fun.
Interesting. That's an interesting thought.
It's a fun thought. Let's see here. Name something you eat that other people would consider to be gross.
You already know what I'm going to say.
I do. Say it.
Mac and cheese mixed with a can of tuna. Because it's nostalgic. That was our poor people's food when I was a kid. For dinner, we would do a box of mac and cheese, a can of tuna, and frozen
Did
peas.
you drain the tuna or did you add it to
Yes.
the water?
No, we drained the
Just
tuna.
checking, it's weird. I
You
have to
drained
make
the
sure.
tuna because then you had protein, carbs, and vegetable.
Oh my gosh. So I was on a little mini road trip
Okay.
last night to Evanston to get fireworks.
I have a hard time remembering the name. I'm like, Livingston? No, that's wrong. We're not in Texas.
Evanston, Wyoming.
Got it?
And I asked to the car I was in, I asked the question, were you a snack house or an ingredient house? And I had to explain. An ingredient house is where you just have ingredients and you have to create your own snacks, or did you have like Chips Ahoy and
Right.
Cheez-Its and stuff like that? I was an ingredient house.
Yes.
So we were talking about all the weird foods that we made because I had seen this online, and like the comment section was amazing with all the different snacks that people created
Okay.
and how many people thought of the same weird combos without internet of like, you should try this weird combo.
Right.
Like, we all just somehow knew that this was going to taste
There
good.
was no TikTok.
Right. And so one of the people in the car said that they would do grilled cheese dipped in Nesquik milk, chocolate milk. Like, they would make chocolate milk and then dip their grilled cheese in
Okay.
the chocolate milk. And I went, sounds weird.
I could see that.
Can you?
Because like the salty cheese with the sweet chocolate.
Right. Like, I get that combo. That was like, who thought of that? Probably some little Joey was just like dipping everything. And he's like,
Right.
this is good.
Right.
And his brother Cameron was like, I'll try it. Okay. What was the last thing to make you feel happy? I know this one. I know.
Go. I pick you.
Your dinner you made last night.
Oh.
Am I right?
Yes.
Did I guess right?
Yes.
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 I made ribs on the grill, which were so good.
Yeah.
So good. Nani's Thanksgiving mac and cheese.
Is there leftovers of that?
There may not be by the time we get home.
I really want
There
some.
were a little bit, but I have a feeling the kids are eating it right now.
Ugh.
That mac and cheese has got like so many different cheeses in it. It's got like toasted breadcrumbs on top of
Like,
it.
did you guys get close to Nani's?
It's got bacon in it.
Oh, yes.
How did I
Okay, but
forget
how
that?
close did you get to Nani?
I don't know because I've never had Nani's,
Okay,
but I did eat some last night.
I'll have to ask the girls what they
Yes.
got, how
Yes.
close they got to Nani's.
Baked beans, rolls, and if that wasn't enough, fresh homemade peach cobbler
Oh, how good
with
was
ice
that?
cream, with vanilla ice cream.
Did you make the
Oh,
ice cream yourself or did you buy it?
I did buy it. I did cheat.
That's right. That's fine.
So good. So good.
Sounds amazing. Do you have a lawyer? Next. Let's see. Have you ever wielded a sword?
I have not.
Are you sure? Because remember I had that samurai sword? Did you ever wield it? I wielded it.
Did you?
Remember we were going to walk around the neighborhood with the sword and my AR? And we were
Yes,
just
on
gonna
our
act-
backs.
We were just going to act like it was a normal Tuesday.
Neighborhood watch party.
Exactly.
But we're the only ones invited.
We're protectors. What kind of driver are you?
I think you should answer that one.
I feel like I'm a freaking amazing race car driver. I want to drive a race
Except
car
for the
so
fact that
bad.
we don't own any race cars and there are no racetracks around here, so you drive like a race car driver up and down the mountain.
In my Jeep that doesn't go very fast. which is a good thing.
She goes fast downhill.
Yeah, she does. I actually think I'm a
He,
decent.
I'm sorry, he.
Yeah, Benjamin. I actually think I'm a decent driver. I think that I handle corners well. I feel like I can gauge my speed pretty decently. I feel like I do pretty good. But my desire to go to Vegas and drive one of the really fast cars on a track is like, maybe that's what I'll do for my honeymoon. My husband will be like, let's go to an exotic island. I'm like, let's go to Vegas and drive a race car. He's like, what is wrong with you? You married me.
Gotta go fast.
I want to drive fast. I want to see how good that's the thing is I want to see how good I can do. I feel like I would do good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, here's the thing though. Mackenzie, who's your second oldest,
Yes,
will say, like, they used to do this thing where they'd cover my room with Post-its with all these great affirmations, which is super sweet. And one of the ones she did was, you're a good driver. And I was like, yeah. And she trusts you and me to drive things, and that's it. But then you've got Charlie who's over here, and I will, like, have to turn around, and I slowly back up until I touch the curb, and she goes, oh my gosh, we're going to die. And I'm like, honey, no. Or, like, I'm driving.
Does Greg drive like that?
I don't
Is that
know.
why?
But, like, I'll drive. We were in the snow one time, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go up into this snow that has not been packed down, and I'll be able to get out. It's just going to take some, like, I knew what I was getting myself
is this
into.
when you got stuck with the kids?
And all the kids freaked out thinking I was stuck. I was like, we're not stuck because I haven't.
But
You're
they
stuck
sure
when
do
you
like
give
to
up.
tell that story.
It drives me nuts because I'm not freaking control it. Moving on. How long do you think you'll live?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I take really good care of myself and my body and my health.
That means nothing, by the way.
I know.
It means nothing.
Because, like, what
Some of
about,
the healthiest people are getting
dementia and Alzheimer's, and no, if I have those, I don't want to be here anymore.
No, I don't want to be in a diaper. I don't want other people having to wipe my ass. I don't. Nope. No, thank you. What restores your faith in humanity?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one because I feel very little for humanity. I'm nervous for humanity.
I know. I'm trying to think of something that restores my faith in humanity. I think people being kind or going out of their way to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went to Walmart last night at like 9:30 at night because I didn't get pull-ups at Smith's or Costco or CVS when I went earlier that day.
Right. Nice.
And as we were walking in, there was an older couple walking out. So cute. Holding hands. You know, they get to their...
9:30?
Yes.
How cute.
Yes. So cute. And they unload their groceries and we end up walking past them. And Eric was like, can I take your cart for you? And they were like, oh yeah, that would be great. Thank you. And they looked us in the eyes and they just had the kindest energy about them.
I love that.
I loved it so much.
This is something I want to do because I feel like if it were to happen to me or the times it's happened to me, it's made my life, it just makes my day, is complimenting people. Because I feel like we've talked about this a lot. I'll notice things. I'm like, oh, I like that girl's hair. Oh my gosh, there's something about her energy. And I feel like I get nervous to say something, but I'm going, if somebody stopped me to tell me, just so you know, you look really beautiful today, I'd be like, cloud nine. I'm on cloud nine. But this made me think, do you remember the first time we went to Costco together? Here when you moved here? You drove separate, and I had to catch up. And when we saw each other in the produce section, there was literal screaming and jumping. And like, oh my gosh, we're here.
At our Costco.
Right. And this sweet older woman came over and she's like, I've been wanting my whole life to someone be this excited to see me.
Aww.
And we shared our story just real quick. I was like, this is my best friend. She lived in Texas our entire friendship. And this is like our first time seeing each other in public. And she's just like, this is the sweetest thing ever. Aww. And it was like, do you remember that?
I do.
It was kind of the best.
So it was.
We're both going to restore faith in humanity by being kind, by taking carts, and by giving compliments.
Absolutely. Love it.
Okay, let's do one more. Okay. Let's make it a good one.
That's what she said.
Absolutely. Friends don't let friends have bad sex.
I have a lot of other hashtags, but I think if I say them, you won't be able to post this.
Oh, I want to find something funny, and these are all serious. Would you live in a castle? This is the ending question. Would you live in a castle?
I've got follow-up questions for that.
That's fine.
Are there people that are going to clean it and take care of it?
No.
Then no.
Absolutely not.
Then no.
I don't want a staff, and I don't want to live in a big old house by myself. That sounds drafty. It sounds drafty, right?
I'm not taking care of it by myself.
I feel like
that's not happening.
I feel like the insulation.
I don't want to take care of the house I have now by myself.
Exactly.
Let alone a castle.
I am grateful. The last episode that we recorded was a little bit heavier for me, and I'm grateful that I'm I am and you are, and our space is available to bounce from serious to lighthearted and funny and healing and growing. That is our ability to do that, I think, is what makes so much of our life bearable, is because we can be going through the hardest stuff and quickly move into dying with laughter on the floor, almost peeing our pants.
Yes.
And what was that? I think that was last Friday, driving in the canyon, having a really hard day. And I remember I almost had to pull over because you were having me laugh so hard. I was like, I'm going to pee my pants. And I'm just so grateful to be able to be bipolar that way. I don't know how else to say. That's what I'm grateful for.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm really, really grateful for that. I was not always like that. I was not able to, if I was in a really hard space, like it didn't matter where I was or where I went or what I was doing, it was hard.
You were setting foundation.
Yes, yes. Like I specifically remember going with a couple girlfriends out of town for a couple days during my divorce, and I was in such a dark place. I was so fucking horrible to be around the whole weekend.
You weren't
I could not get out of it. I could not pull myself out of it. I could not find a way
couldn't be present.
Balance. I couldn't be present. I was horrible to be around. And later, months later, I remember texting those women and being like, thank you for loving me through that. And I'm sorry that I was so horrible the whole time. And so I'm thankful that I have grown and healed and learned that coexisting emotions can happen at the same exact time, and that we can be going through something really hard and walk through that, and then 5 minutes later be laughing and smiling and still have joy in our lives at the same time.
I think it's confusing for other people to be like, wait, aren't you in hell? And it's like, yeah, but if I'm not laughing, things get dangerous.
Right.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Unfiltered Summit Sisters.
Come join us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to get a sneak peek into our lives.
It's beautiful, chaotic, crazy, and fun.
What else would you expect raising 10 kids?
All the links you need are in the show notes.
See you next week.